All right, man. We got the one and only Grim Soulja in the building, man. How you doing today?
Yeah, man. What's the word?
Man, just another day in paradise, man. Today's about you, trying to get to know the man behind the music. When did you take a liking to making music? Like, when did you first say, I'm gonna try to start doing music?
When I went to jail, my first time in county, going to county.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, around what year was that? What time was that for you?
Like 2019, 2020.
Okay, so recently. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Went to jail for some bullshit too.
Okay.
Crazy. Wild shit.
You want to go into that, or you want to keep that where it's at?
Talk a little bit about it. Shit, like it ain't really nothing. It was like a little terroristic threat on the school, but like people try to like, you feel me? Try to like make that my image, knowing damn well I ain't gonna do nothing to no school.
You probably just said some bullshit out of emotion.
Yeah,
and the wrong person heard it.
I told the individual, you know, you getting fights with niggas, like nigga, you feel me? You know.
Yeah.
Told a nigga something. I ain't tell the school I'm gonna do this. I told a nigga and they just painted that shit. You feel me? But it's all cool. I ain't tripping on them.
Okay. So 2019. Yeah, man. The schools, they don't play about that kind of stuff, man. So 2019, you started making music. How serious were you with the music? Were you just kind of recording with the homies? Did you full blown say, I'm gonna just get out and just start trying to be a rapper, or what was your mindset coming out?
Shit. My big brother always like had me around like the studios and shit. So like I used to bullshit with his I went to jail type shit, got out of jail, I was on like I was on some pain shit, like the shit y'all hear.
Yeah.
That's the type shit I was on. You feel me? It took me a little minute to like go find the right stew to get the right sound and shit, yeah.
Right.
I just hopped out on that shit like.
So you mentioned Big Bruh. Do you care to mention who that is, or that's just like one of the big homies?
Shit, it's a bit, bro. He know who he is. You know I ain't rocking with him right now. That's my nigga though. I love that nigga.
There you go. Okay. So cool. You get out. You kind of start doing your music thing, floating around. I have been seeing you on your videos. I think in one or two of your videos, you actually shot at the studio you recorded at.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to shout them out? Like where you?
My boy Mike busy, man. CTV Studios. I need y'all to session, go tap in.
There you go.
Mike busy, you know what I'm saying? It's on his little bite on this shit.
Tap in with him, man.
Temple, Texas, man.
Doing good things, man. You see how it's coming out with Grim Soulja, man. If you haven't, go check that out right now. Pause this. Go check out Lil Bruh. Come right back to this right after. There you go.
I just put y'all on. I really ain't supposed to be. You feel me?
Yeah.
That shit ain't gonna sound like when I need it.
Okay. So let's pivot, kind of. We kind of got a little bit to know about the artist as far as how it started. So let's try to get an idea of where it started. Where are you from originally?
Shit, out here.
Oh yeah?
But I done been everywhere. Like,
Okay.
I done lived in Houston, shit. Everywhere I really like adapted though. Like,
Facts.
Houston,
Facts.
shit. Like,
Nah, for real. Are your parents military, or they just happen to live out this way? Or
they just have to live. Or my grandpa, my mama parents military, so that's why he got stationed out here and they just stayed out here.
Okay, product of the type shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
shout out to all my brothers in Louisiana too.
Okay, shout out to the boot. You do any music down there, or you have any features or any artists down there you do music with, or you just like the area?
Nah, I just like I grew up there a little bit too.
Okay.
Shit, I got a couple homeboys, a lot of people that I know out there.
Who are some of your inspirations? I know you just touched on being from Louisiana or back and forth. Who are some of your inspirations?
Like with the rap show, just in life.
Let's do both actually. Like, so I'm sure there may have been people that helped you in life, that pushed you to do music, but they didn't say do music. They probably just were on some like follow what you believe in and do what make you happy type of thing like that.
I feel like I did music on my own type shit.
Okay.
Ain't nobody really inspired me to do music, but like in life, to be the nigga I am, shit, I ain't gonna lie, my big bro. My big bro inspired me, like he used to teach me shit. You feel me? I ain't just gonna get on this bitch and just downplay a nigga, but that my brother, like shit, you feel me? It just like you could teach a nigga something, and then a student can become a teacher type shit.
Right, there you go. Yeah.
That's just what it is. Shit.
It's just about how you take the information. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of us.
A lot of niggas don't practice what they preach.
There you go. A lot of us as young black men, man, it's hard to receive when it's not a certain type of way, because we conditioned against damn near everything on this earth. So whenever you get someone like that, where you can, you know, soak up the game and you don't take it too negatively or too much of a type of way, you can really learn from that person or those people.
Yeah,
I've come to learn that myself as well, man. Sometimes you just,
because a lot of niggas, not, I ain't talking about my big bro, but like other niggas I done been around, niggas be capping, but they tell you real shit though, because they done been around a real nigga, so they know certain shit, you feel me, and you can learn from them. But the shit that they telling you that's real, they not doing that shit, they doing the opposite. But you adapted to what they told you is real because you felt like in yourself that it's real. So when this nigga telling you some real shit, but he going around doing the opposite, you seeing it, you ain't doing the opposite because you was like, all right, you feel me? You taking everything that he's saying as a sponge because you know it's real shit, even though he not, you feel me? Certain shit. So you can really get knowledge from a capped out ass nigga type shit.
No, I feel it. It's a lot. It's a lot to have to. That's why I said it's a lot to have to pick and choose between on what is authentic and what isn't, man. Especially in this age, everything is shifting to everybody being that guy that know everything, you know, in their field. So it's hard.
My nigga Rich Homie just dropped some shit. Said too many Chiefs, not enough Indians. That's real nigga shit.
There you go. Not enough people that's willing to put in the actual work, like you said, to teach. You know, not just show, because it's easy to show people a lot of stuff. You know, with us, I feel like you have to do a little more to convince us as youngins. I feel like I said before, it's a lot that's placed against us as we grow up to really put a big wall around our mentality behind shit. So once we lock in on how we are, it's really hard to change that. You feel me? So if you live that life, live that life. If you make music, make music. You know what I'm saying? But if you make music, make music. That's one thing I try to get across to artists. Is to, if they're gonna do music and that's what they want to do, to focus on the music, because once you decide to focus on the music, you will notice a significant change. And I don't really care what level of celebrity or artist you are. You could be an indie artist that 10 people heard of, or you could be somebody signed to Gucci Mane or somebody like that, bro. The moment and once the consistency starts from the point where you say, I'm gonna do music and music only, you're gonna see a significant change, bro. A positive change at that.
Okay.
Let's get to some of the music, man. I see you just dropped 2 singles lately. Hate Me and then Let's Do It.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Tell me about Hate Me. Was there any motivation behind it?
Yeah, definitely. Shit, that love shit ain't no love, for real. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't no love. Like, if you just like, you just gotta like pay attention to shit. Everything repetitive. I ain't fucking with the repetitive shit. So, you know, like, you get in a relationship, a bitch tell you she love you, shit like that. Every bitch that told me they love me, where they at right now, you feel me?
Right.
They ain't with me.
Right.
I want shit, like, loyalty, that's what I rock with. Right. Cause I had a shot in my last shot, like my last little bit. I ain't trying to get all in it, but like, that like the only girl I really felt like that loved me though. Right. But that bitch did fuck shit cause she ain't had no loyalty. You feel what I'm saying? Right. A bitch can love me and still go cheat on me. She love me though. You feel me? This bitch do anything for me, boom, 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 but she can still go, that's not loyalty. Fuck love, nigga, you feel me? Yeah, 21 Savage said that, yeah, that's real shit.
There you go. But I agree with it too, you know. Who are some of your musical inspirations in, like, you know, everything that you do?
Shit. Cap, Rallo, Young Boy. Shit. A lot of niggas don't like to say Young Boy because, you know, it's a trend to fuck white people with that nigga hard, bro. I get inspired by that nigga. I get inspired by Cap. A lot of different rap niggas, like Young Thug, fuck with Thug and shit. But I really like my flow shit. I be getting inspired by like a lot of pop artist shit. Like, Ed Sheeran, motherfucking Killeen. Like, I listen to Tim's hard shit, fire.
I don't think I've ever listened to Tim's one time.
I've
heard of him.
You have though. You listen to Tim. That's a girl.
Oh really?
Yeah. You listen to her on the Drake. What's that shit? You listen to that shit. Wait for you. I'll wait. Whatever.
Oh, okay, for sure.
That's her.
For sure.
But that's a whole song. Like they took her sample out. You feel me?
I got you. Okay, for sure.
You gotta go tap in with that bit. It's called Higher. That bit hard.
I'm gonna have to do that. So you mentioned 2 things I want to touch on with what you said. First off, I fuck with that you can give acknowledgement and credit to the people that give you inspiration. I've noticed in our community, the black community, the rap community, whatever it may be, we have a real issue with doing that, at least in certain crowds, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's a pride issue, if it's an ego trip, but it's not. You're not too cool to say
I don't know what it is
from somebody.
Cause
you know what I mean?
niggas really be looking stupid when they try to act like nigga you down, like nigga you rapping like the nigga first off.
Everybody see
you
it.
feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like nigga you see the comments, niggas comparing you to a certain bro. Come on, I'm saying.
Everybody.
And then you just can't you just can't say you just never listen to a certain person because like nigga you had to go around with you feel me?
Exactly.
So, I don't know what it is. I'm gonna come and be real and let y'all know like shit, yeah. Cause you feel me? Yeah.
You also, one of your musical inspirations, you mentioned Young Thug. That actually made me think this round through. Did you watch the BET Cypher? Okay, so I asked that because I be on music shit, bro, and they used YSL's Pushin' P beat, but him and Sauce Walker have, they butt heads online and shit like that. He was in the Cypher, and he really ran at her, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, like. Being a Texas nigga, bro, like, I'm not from any specific area in Texas, but I've lived here my whole entire life. That's where I was born, that's where I was raised, in Southern Texas specifically, bro, like 45 minutes from Houston, so, and my pops is from Houston, so it was cool to see him representing us up there, and then he really, like I said, ran, bro, like, for everything, to see everything. One of my first posts on my blog page was when him and Sauce Walker was going at it, and that was actually I don't like to post negative, but that was actually one of my first viral posts on that page. It got like 25,000 views, and that was early on type shit, and it was really cool to see him get up there and represent, bro. Nigga had the cowboy hat on and shit, bro, had the whole shit on, did his thing and shit like that, so I thought it was really cool to see. No disrespect to nobody, free YSL still, he did. When street shit can stay street shit, but they can also put it in the music, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everyone kind of knows YSL and Sauce Walker kind of at odds, but the fact that they're not doing things publicly, they're just making music to go back and forth, and he just put that in music. That was one thing that my lady made a good point about that I agree with as well, so,
I didn't even know them niggas was beefing.
Yeah, just...
I don't really be caught up on all that shit. Like, I know, like, Dirk and Youngboy, cause that shit obvious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, only cause King Von died, though, like a rapper died. Like,
yeah.
That's why it's like, you feel me?
You gotta follow it, just being a blogger, and then just watching videos, bro. You watch enough YouTube videos, and it'll go from one to another, and you start going back, you start thinking back to different posts. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, for sure.
You gotta do that, though. You a blogger, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Blogging is a whole different process. So speaking of process, what is your creative process? Do you write music? Do you punch in?
I ain't gonna just sit here and cap and say I ain't never wrote, cause like it's songs on Let's Be Serious that's wrote, like probably like 2, and then it's like a couple on Love Rare that's wrote, but like a lot of my shit punched in.
Okay.
Cause it's better to like, that's how you feel at that moment, so it's like, you feel me?
I've noticed that's more of the rap style that a lot of younger artists are moving back into. It was writing for a while. You had Wayne as the anomaly that was just freestyling, and it's a lot more artists now that claim that they freestyle.
They're not freestyling.
I think it's more punching in.
No nigga freestyling, bro.
Yeah, it's
ain't
more
nobody
freestyle.
freestyle.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, no rapper is freestyling. Like they punching that shit in. Ain't nobody just like, if you hard, you feel me? If you freestyling, the shit gonna be ass. I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna be as hard as
it's gonna be everywhere.
Shit
you gotta catch your thoughts. You gotta make sure you on beat, and that's the whole time. Not to say can't nobody do it. It's just to say it's not gonna be the same, even if you punch something in. And realistically, no disrespect to Wayne though, even if you watch some of the videos, he does freestyle them in a sense, but they are still punched in because some of them he has to still go back, even if it's one take. He may mess up on the first take and then go back and redo the whole thing. He's still going back and punching it again. So it's not to take anything from anybody, but in my opinion, a freestyle would be like if you really see somebody walk.
But I ain't gonna lie, Wayne actually hopped on some shit really freestyle.
Oh no, there's plenty of videos of him doing that. Though.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And he really ripped that motherfucker.
Some throwback. I think it's called The Basement. It's like a '90s thing.
Yeah.
Where a lot of the rappers would go in. He literally walked in, threw his flag, I believe, on the mic, and just started going. Like, so I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm just saying I think that's.
But that also could be some fugazi shit too. But like, cause he, you got the mic there. He probably practiced that shit. But like, That nigga be freestyle his video. That nigga really freestyling. He be ripping that shit.
Go crazy. Go crazy.
Yeah, for sure. But I ain't knocking writing though. I'm not telling. I really would tell people to write. My whole first album, that bitch wrote. That whole album, written, Helen Back wrote. All that shit wrote. So like, I feel like I ain't gonna tell y'all not to write. I feel like once you know, you don't gotta write no more shit.
Yeah.
You'll know when you ain't gotta write no more.
Yeah.
Niggas just don't wanna write no more because their favorite rapper don't write, so they feel like they can do it that way. They songs sound the way they songs. And I ain't dissing nobody telling me that.
Helen Back was one of my favorite songs on your, I think in your earlier times making music. And
I ain't gonna care, bro. I don't really know remember what the fuck I said on that bitch.
yeah, that's why when I do the Genius joints, cause I'm gonna have like them typed up,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna just go bar for bar. But I ain't know what to do.
I ain't know I really be punching like I don't even remember what I said on that bitch. That I ain't gonna lie, that Helen Back, that shit ain't real. I just went in and punched the hell in.
That's tough. I like to think back on stuff like that because it makes it more interesting to know that, you know, when you hear about other artists and you realize the circumstances that went behind certain songs, you like, damn, that makes the song that much more better. You know what I
That
mean?
was my first punch in song.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
hard. Yeah, that's
Cause really, like that album, I made Helen Back and I made Hurt Inside. Those are my two last songs, like that I made, recorded. And then I had to I took a break. I ain't had no studio to go to, so I stopped dropping for like a year. And that's when Love Rare, that whole album is Mike, Temple, with a little bit of the same nigga I was going to, like that all in type shit, all them, the last three songs on them hoes is old in a bit. Type shit. Yeah, but like I really don't remember what the fuck I said on that hoe, but most of my songs really like it's a story, so shit, it's probably about something. You feel me? Shit, you listen to it, shit, tell me a couple lyrics, I'll speak on it. Just tell me a couple lyrics, I'll speak on it, shit.
Really, like the beginning of it says, when my dog died, or no, the chorus or something like that. It's like, when my dog died, I ain't cry no tears no more. Don't go on the net, don't post no pics.
Oh yeah. Alright, shit. When my partner died, shit. When I was younger. Shit. I used to hoop, all types of shit. Shit, fuck, I stopped playing basketball, I started doing a lot of shit. I just, fuck it. You feel what I'm saying? And when I started doing drugs, perks, all that crazy shit. When I first started doing drugs, though, I was doing like perks, bar, all that crazy shit. That's why I'm so stiff on that shit now when I say I ain't popping no bar in my songs.
Swear.
I ain't popping, I done did all that, you feel me?
Exactly.
So I ain't judging nobody that did this shit, I just know that shit ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? So nigga can't tell me blah blah blah. I don't wanna do it, I ain't doing it.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Very messy, man. Glad to hear that you stopped doing them. If you are doing them, you're doing them.
I ain't just gonna sit here and just lie though. I still pop perk.
Oh,
Shit,
yeah.
so niggas know that though. I say that. You feel me? I just don't do no all that crazy shit. I just weed, perk,
Yeah.
shit. Might sip every now and then.
Yeah.
I ain't really on
Yeah.
too much. You feel me?
That's okay. I see you got the vape on, man. What are do you have like any favorite brands that you be rocking?
I don't really be knowing nothing about this shit.
Throwing it on, huh? Putting that shit on, huh?
Shit, I see it. I just like, I see it. I ain't gonna lie, I just see the shit, buy this shit. I don't really be knowing what like shit is, like, you feel me? Like I know, and I don't really know a lot of shit. Like nigga can't tell me, I see a nigga with some Jordans, I can't tell you what them hoes is, what the name of them bitches is. Oh, it's hard though. Like, you feel me? I'm a dunk type of guy. I know what dunks is.
Yeah.
I feel all the dunk stuff.
Yeah.
Off-white dunk, them hoes hard.
Yeah. Okay, well, shit, man. So, what's next for Grim Soulja, man? How do you feel about shows and things like that? Just in case we did miss that.
Shit, like I said, I ain't trying to do no shows, man. I want to go to a show with people coming for me. They know my bars, not just getting a whole bunch of people to jump up and say, hey, you feel me? Not even You feel me what I'm saying? Or getting 30 of my niggas on stage that already know my songs and shit. Them the only niggas singing my shit. Like, nah, I want. You feel me? Not knocking them niggas though. I ain't knocking nobody. You feel me? But like, all them niggas that be, you know, posting and acting like they a real rapper, going to their shows, blah, 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 doing all this shit. They in the same position I'm in. And I ain't doing none of that shit, you feel me? So like, this, you feel me? Yeah.
I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. I think personally, being from in the standpoint I'm in, I think it gives you a little bit more traction for once you do start to take that bigger step, because then you won't have to do as much. But I do understand you as well, wanting to build that natural fan base on its own first. You have a very rare sound, and you mentioned that you just kind of drop the videos, you know, as you please. So that's cool to kind of give people those every now and then. You know, good dope sell itself. I always tell artists that.
Yes, sir.
You gotta think about it like that. You know what I mean? And once you know yours is good, in a sense, right? Depending on where you are, where you want to go, you can do what you want with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like what you're doing. I like where you're going with it. Keep doing what you're doing. Let the people know. Like I said, what's next for you? If there's any projects coming up, any releases, you want them to get a hold of you on social media?
Shit, I got a little tape coming. Drop that little bitch. I'm gonna drop that. I don't know when. I'm gonna drop it probably at the end of the year. I'm gonna drop it 2022 for sure.
Okay.
I got some shit. Yeah, that's it really. I'm just gonna drop that tape.
Okay. Well, there y'all have it, man. Grim Soulja, y'all got something else coming at the end of the year. If y'all haven't already, like I said, check him out on all platforms. Grim Soulja.
Oh yeah, Grim Soulja shit. It's not soldier. Soulja.
Soulja.
Yeah.
Just so y'all can't say I ain't know how to spell it. Look, I typed it in wrong, and it still popped up.
Gonna pop up.
So
That's what
just
I'm
type
saying,
Grim S.O.
The song you want probably not gonna pop up, but shit, it's gonna be a song. Click that bitch, then go click. You feel me? It ain't gonna work, man.
There you go. There you go, man. Appreciate you for coming through.
For sure.
Zip Squad, we out here.